Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Thrive After 60 Plus. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Have you ever stopped to think, what would you do if a heart attack struck right now and you were all alone at home? It's a scary thought, isn't it? But here's the truth. Knowledge is your best weapon, and today we're arming you with it. If you're over 60, like so many of us in this wonderful community, your body has been through decades of life, love, and maybe a few challenges. Heart attacks don't discriminate, but they hit harder as we age because of changes like stiffer arteries, slower healing, and sometimes quieter symptoms that sneak up on you. That's why this video is crucial. It's not just about fear, it's about empowerment. We're diving deep into how to survive a heart attack when you're alone at home, focusing on practical steps rooted in real science, physiology, psychology, and lifestyle wisdom. Why does this matter so much now? Well, statistics show that heart disease is the leading cause of death for folks over 60, and many attacks happen when people are by themselves, maybe in the kitchen making coffee or relaxing in the living room. But the good news? Survival rates can skyrocket if you act fast and smart. In this video, we'll explore 7 key reasons why understanding these steps can save your life, each one unpacking how your body works, what your mind might do, and simple habits that make a difference. We'll cover everything from spotting the signs early to staying calm, calling for help, using everyday items like aspirin, positioning yourself safely, breathing right, and preparing mentally for what comes next. By the end, you'll feel more confident, knowing your aging body can still fight back with the right insights. Stick with me because these aren't just tips, they're lifelines. Let's get started, shall we? You ready to thrive? First off, let's talk about why early action is everything. As we age, our hearts have worked overtime, pumping blood through miles of vessels every day. But over time, plaque builds up in those arteries, a mix of cholesterol, fat, and calcium that narrows them like rust in old pipes. When a piece breaks off or a clot forms, it blocks blood flow to the heart muscle, starving it of oxygen. That's a heart attack, or myocardial infarction in doctor speak. Physiologically, this triggers cell death within minutes, but if you intervene quick, you can limit the damage. Studies from the American Heart Association show that getting help within the first hour boosts survival by up to 50%. For us over 60, hormones like estrogen in women drop post-menopause, and testosterone in men wanes, making arteries less flexible and more prone to issues. Lifestyle plays in too. Years of stress, diet, or inactivity add up. But here's where psychology kicks in. Denial. Many folks think it's just indigestion and wait too long. Take Jason, for example. He's 72, a retired teacher living alone after his wife passed. One evening while watching TV, he felt a tightness in his chest, like an elephant sitting there with sweat breaking out. At first, he brushed it off as heartburn from dinner, but then the pain spread to his arm, and he remembered reading about symptoms. Instead of panicking, he grabbed his phone. That quick recognition, it saved him. He got to the hospital in time for a stent. Jason's story shows how ignoring signs leads to trouble, but acting turns it around. So what can you do? Start by educating yourself on symptoms, not just chest pain, but shortness of breath, nausea, lightheadedness, or even jaw pain. Keep a symptom checklist by your phone. If something feels off, time it. Don't wait more than 5 minutes. Practice a heart check routine monthly. Sit quietly and note how your body feels normally. And lifestyle-wise, cut back on salty foods to ease artery strain. You might feel vulnerable thinking about this, but knowledge empowers you, right? What resonated with you in this first point? Drop it in the comments below. I love hearing from you. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and turn on the bell. Let's dive into the next reason smoothly, because once you know something's wrong, your mind can be your ally or enemy. Number 2, recognizing the subtle signs that often get missed in seniors. You see, as we hit our 60s and beyond, our bodies don't always scream emergency like they did when we were younger. Physiologically, nerve sensitivity dulls with age, and conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure can mask pain. The classic crushing chest pain, it might show up as mild discomfort, fatigue, or even confusion. Women over 60 especially might feel it as upper back pressure or flu-like symptoms thanks to hormonal shifts affecting blood vessels. Psychologically, we might downplay it due to fear of bothering others or admitting we're not as invincible as before. Lifestyle factors compound this. Sedentary habits make us less attuned to our bodies, and isolation at home means no one else notices. A relatable example. Imagine Sarah, 68, who lives alone and loves gardening. She often feels tired, but one day, that fatigue hit with nausea and a weird ache in her neck. She thought it was from overdoing yard work, but it was her heart signaling trouble. To address this, memorize the atypical signs: sudden sweat, dizziness, or indigestion that doesn't pass. Use apps like the Heart Attack Risk Checker from reliable sources. Tip: tell a friend or family your signal plan. If you text "check on me," they call 911. Psychologically, affirm daily: my body speaks and I listen. Does this sound like experiences you've had? Share one sign you'll watch for in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and turn on the bell. Now transitioning to how your reaction matters, let's talk calm. Panic is natural, but physiologically it spikes adrenaline, raising heart rate and blood pressure, which demands more oxygen from an already struggling heart. In seniors, this can accelerate damage because our stress response system, involving cortisol, is less efficient, leading to irregular rhythms. Psychologically, fear creates a loop. Worry amplifies pain perception. Lifestyle-wise, chronic stress from retirement worries or loneliness primes us for overreaction. Picture Tom, 65, alone in his apartment. When chest pain hit, he hyperventilated, making it worse, but then he remembered breathing exercises and steadied himself. Actionable tips: practice deep breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold 4, exhale 4, sit or lie down to reduce strain. Psychologically, use positive self-talk: I've got this, help is coming. Keep calming aids like lavender oil handy. You might feel this anxiety too. How do you handle stress? Tell me your go-to calm technique below, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and turn on the bell. Moving on, because calm leads to clear action, next is calling help. Number 4, the immediate call that activates your rescue team. Physiologically, every minute without blood flow kills more heart cells. After 20 minutes, damage is often irreversible. For over 60s, slower metabolism means clots form faster, so time is critical. Emergency services start treatment en route, like EKGs or defibrillation if needed. Psychologically, hesitation stems from embarrassment or denial, but overcoming that saves lives. Lifestyle integration: keep your phone charged and accessible. Here's a story. Meet Evelyn, 74, a widow in a quiet suburb. Alone one afternoon, she felt arm pain and shortness of breath. She almost waited, thinking it would pass, but recalled advice and dialed 911. Operators guided her, and paramedics arrived in 8 minutes, dissolving her clot in time. Her delay could have been fatal, but the call was her solution. Tips: program 911 on speed dial. Speak clearly: I think I'm having a heart attack. Send help. Unlock your door after calling. If you live alone, use a medical alert button. Rhetorical question: ever hesitated to ask for help? Don't in this case. What would you say on that call? Comment it. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and turn on the bell. Let's flow into a simple tool you might have at home: aspirin. Number 5. Harnessing aspirin's power to thin blood quickly. Science-based. Aspirin inhibits platelets, preventing clots from growing. Studies show chewing 325 milligrams during an attack reduces death risk by 23%. In seniors, where blood thickens with age due to dehydration or meds, this is vital. Physiologically, it buys time for oxygen to reach the heart. Psychologically, taking action empowers you, reducing helplessness. Lifestyle: keep uncoated aspirin in your wallet or kitchen. Relatable example: think of Robert, 70, who grabbed aspirin during symptoms, easing his clot until help came. Tips: chew 1 adult aspirin, not enteric coated, if no allergy. Don't take if bleeding issues, check with doc beforehand. Pair with water. You might wonder if it's safe. Yes, for most. Have you stocked aspirin? Let me know in comments. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and turn on the bell. Next, as you wait, your position matters. Let's explore. Number 6. Positioning yourself to stay safe and aid circulation. Physiologically, lying down with legs elevated slightly reduces heart workload by improving blood return via gravity. Sitting upright if breathless helps lungs expand. For seniors, falls are risky due to weaker bones, so avoid standing. Psychologically, a secure spot calms you. Lifestyle: declutter paths at home. Example: like Maria, 67, who sat by her door, making it easy for EMS. Tips: lie on your back near the entrance, prop legs on a chair, unlock doors, avoid eating or drinking much. Does your home setup help this? Share your home safety tip. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and turn on the bell. Finally, breathing ties it all together. Number 7. Using controlled breathing to maintain oxygen flow. Physiologically, slow breaths increase oxygen saturation, easing heart strain. Hyperventilation depletes CO2, worsening arrhythmias. In over 60s, lung capacity drops 20 to 30%, so technique matters. Psychologically, it shifts from fight or flight. Lifestyle, practice yoga or walks. Story time, consider Harold, 71, alone when pain struck. He panicked at first, gasping, but switched to deep breaths, stabilizing until ambulances arrived. That shift from chaos to control was key. Tips: breathe in nose, out mouth, slowly. Focus on belly rising. If coughing helps rhythm, rare, medical supervised only. Don't rely on myths, but prioritize calm. You've got this power inside you. What's one breath tip you'll try? Comment below, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and turn on the bell. Whew, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? Let's wrap this up by reflecting on those 7 life-saving points. First, understanding the physiology of a heart attack reminds us how plaque and clots disrupt our hard-working hearts, but early knowledge limits damage. Second, recognizing subtle signs in seniors, like fatigue or jaw pain, helps us listen to our changing bodies. Third, staying calm controls adrenaline spikes that could worsen things, turning psychology into a tool. Fourth, calling 911 immediately activates pros who start saving you en route. Fifth, chewing aspirin thins blood fast, a simple lifestyle hack with big science backing. Sixth, positioning safely preps for help while easing circulation. And seventh, controlled breathing keeps oxygen flowing, blending mind and body for endurance. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're actionable ways to thrive after 60, respecting how our physiology evolves, our minds adapt, and our lifestyles support us. What stood out to you today? Maybe Jason's quick thinking, or Evelyn's brave call. Take a moment to reflect. How has this changed your view on being alone at home? I hope it empowers you to feel prepared, not scared. You're stronger than you know, and small changes like stocking aspirin or practicing breaths can make all the difference. If this video helped, give it a thumbs up, it means the world and helps others find it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss out on thriving tips. Drop a comment with one thing you learned or will try. Maybe I'll keep aspirin handy, or breathing exercises for me. I read every one and can't wait to chat. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me. Stay safe, stay strong, and remember, you're not alone in this journey.